Hello students, this is Mr. Boyd. In this lesson we will be learning how to find the radius and diameter of a circle when we're given the circumference. So quick reminder that there are two formulas that we have. One, circumference is pi times the diameter, or circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, or pi times 2 times the radius. Reminder that the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge, and the diameter is the distance all the way across the circle. Circumference is the distance around a circle. Okay, so let's move on to the I do problem. So we are asked to find the approximate diameter of a basketball hoop. Approximate means we're going to be rounding. The approximate diameter of a basketball hoop that has a circumference of 56.52 inches. Use pi for 3.14. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so since we're asked to find the diameter, we are going to use the formula with diameter in it. So C equals pi times the diameter. Okay, and let's substitute what we know. So we know that the circumference is 56.52. So we'll substitute 56.52 for C. We know that they want us to use 3.14 for pi. So we'll replace pi with that. And we'll leave the D alone because we are solving for the diameter. Now to solve for diameter, this is just a one-step equation. We're going to divide by 3.14 on both sides. And so the diameter equals, let's plug that in our calculator, 56.52 divided by 3.14 equals 18. So here the diameter is 18 inches. Okay, I encourage you to pause the video and write all that down. All right, next let's move on to the we do problem. So here we see that the circumference is 27 inches. We see that pi is 3.14. Let's see, we are asked to find the diameter. So let's use our formula for diameter again. C equals pi times the diameter. We'll substitute our 27 for the circumference. We'll substitute 3.14 for the diameter. And then we'll just divide to solve this one-step equation. So D equals 27 divided by 3.14 8.5987. Okay, but we are asked to round to the nearest hundredth. So therefore, D must be 8.60 inches. All right, guys, I encourage you to pause the video and try the you do questions. And I'll be back shortly to show you the results. As you can see here, I've worked out the two you do problems for you, so you can check your work. Encourage you to pause the video and check over your work. Make sure you did it right. All right, let's move on to the next section of our notes, where we will be finding the missing radius of a circle given the circumference. All right, so in this first one, we're asked to find the radius with a circumference of 7.92 centimeters. Okay, so we are given a circumference of 7.92 centimeters. Pi, in this case again, is going to be 3.14. So the circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. So we'll substitute our values for circumference and pi. So C is 7.92. Pi is 3.14, and we'll leave R alone because that's what we're solving for. Let's go ahead and simplify 2 times 3.14. 7.92 equals 6.28 R. Now to get R all by itself, we'll divide by 6.28. And so we find that R equals 7.92 divided by 6.28 equals 1.26 centimeters. Okay, I encourage you to pause the video and write this down. All right, next let's move on to the we do question. So for the we do question, we will find the approximate radius of a circle with a circumference of 23.21. They tell us to use 3.14 for pi. So here again, C is 23.21 feet. Pi is 3.14. So let's use our formula for radius. 2 times pi times r. And let's substitute our numbers and solve the equation. So 23.21 equals 2 times 3.14 times the radius. So 23.21 equals 6.28 R. And so we'll divide by 6.28. And so R equals 23.21 divided by 6.28 equals, looks like when we round that off to the hundredths, that's going to be 3.70. And that is going to be feet. So 3.70 feet. Okay, I'd encourage you to pause the video and make sure you get your notes copied down for this one. Once you've done that, go ahead and pause the video and do the 2 you do problems. So here C is 41.78. Pi is 3.14. So we're going to use the formula C equals 2 pi r and substitute 41.78 equals 2 times 3.14 times r. So 41.78 equals 6.28 r. And we'll divide by 6.28. And so R equals, let's plug that in our calculator, 41.78 divided by 6. And it looks like this one is going to be 6.65. And this one is centimeters. So for this one, R equals 6 feet. All right, guys, I hope you found this lesson helpful. And move on to your homework assignment after you've made sure you've copied all these notes onto your note page. Have a good night.